the Ricky Reset. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck is a Ricky Reset? Well, friends, it would be evenings just like this, except your girl would be stressed the hell out because I could not manage my classroom. And quite frankly, I couldn't figure out this whole teaching thing. So, what we do here on the Ricky Reset to provide you as a new teacher practical tools, tips, and strategies to help you stay in the game. I am the professional learning. I am the PD that you need. So come join us every Tuesday, 5:15, 5:45. That's my consistency, y'all. I'm up in this thing. But yeah, I'm here every Tuesday and share with a new teacher if this video adds some value. Now, for those of you, I just want to tell y'all again, for all my rookies, baby, y'all go grab y'all a copy of the Rookies Playbook. Y'all see it behind you, y'all. But yes, go grab you a copy. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Check us out. Check us out. Get you a copy. If you like, you know what, this I need to keep learning some more tips. And for also for all my rookies, also I'm offering a $5 PD, y'all. You hear me? $5. I know y'all out here balling on a budget. I know I was. I wore the same pants every day. So I really want to help new teachers. There's several new teachers that have been reaching out, and they're like, listen, I'm gonna quit. And I just want to give you some practical tools, tips to help you stay in the game. So please, please, please check us out. I had a teacher last week that attended and gave us some quick tips to get that thing back right. And she was like, yeah, she's like, best day I ever had all year. So definitely come check us out. Definitely build your confidence through the ups and downs of teaching. But yeah, come rock with us. Yes, come check us out. $5 PD baby. Eventbrite.com. All right, listen, I didn't even introduce myself. Y'all see it right here. Andrea Fitzgerald. That's me. That's who I am. But yes, but we gonna get right into it. Just like I said, I want to keep new teachers in the game. I'm the professional learner. I'm the PD that you need. So let's get right to it. So today, friends, we are going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. Be coachable and open to feedback, or what I say all the time. They know that's what I say in my sessions. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. That's the title of our session, y'all. Feedback is the breakfast of champions, and I can't take full credit for that one. Shout out to MJ. She said that in one of our PDs many years ago, and I still keep that in mind. Feedback the breakfast of champions. Those who are successful, they take feedback. So let's get right into it. So as I reflect on this, I think about my time in college. So I played basketball my entire life since I was 5 years old. And when I get to college, though, everything is so technical. I mean, gosh, it is a way to set a screen. It is a way to play defense. Hell, I didn't even know that the way that you play defense when you're trying to get a steal, you're supposed to bat it away this way. I had always done it this way. I mean, everything was so technical. And when I first got there, I had some challenges, baby, because I couldn't figure out. I mean, I swear you got feedback on everything, baby. Like it was like your feet too far apart. Yo, this, you that. And I tell my I was telling my sister that, I said, when you play college basketball, you can never watch a game and just be like, oh wow, they're just playing basketball. Like, or maybe not other people, but I just look at everything so technical. I was like, oh man, he missed that screen. Oh man, like she did not hedge that. Oh my gosh, like it's everything. Like I look at the game so differently because of the level of like everything was so technical in college. Um, and the thing about it, because this new all of this new terminology, all of these new things, that they were very clear though. If you wanted to get on the floor, you had to be able to play within the system. And I saw it, man. I saw people I know who were way better than me. I saw people who were like so talented and athletic and stuff like that, but they couldn't figure out the system. And if you couldn't follow the system, then you wouldn't play. So I said, listen, I've got to learn to figure out the system. And I oftentimes, like honestly, looking back now, I can think about like it was in practice the challenge to focus. I love basketball, so I was very focused on it. But like just instructions and stuff like that, sometimes, like even when people tell me now, I'm like, can you repeat that again? Because it used to be really hard for me. But I dedicated myself and I figured it out. But it's no way that I get on that floor and become the player I became if I was not open to feedback. Because when I tell you, y'all, they analyzed everything. You had to watch the tape. But yes, to get on that floor, you had to be open to feedback. So I want to share with you all, as a new teacher, I said this is just like being a new teacher, just like it was when I first got to college. What I want to tell you, new teacher, is first of all, you're not going to know everything. You're brand new to the profession. And as I tell rookies all the time, listen, you see that superintendent, you see that principal, you see that coach that's coming in your classroom. Hey, guess what, y'all? At one point, they were a new teacher. They were a rookie too. Some of them may even be rookies right now. They might be in a new position. They rookies just like you. So, so we've all been there, is why I say that. We've all been there. I think sometimes, like, you're like, oh my gosh, this person is so professional. But guess what? At one point, they were a new teacher. Listen, I got a book behind me, but guess what? My first year was a whole disaster out here, baby. So you're not alone. But yeah. So being a rookie, you gotta be willing to learn. You gotta be willing to learn. Sometimes, I think I talk to new teachers. Um, it was a new teacher last year, and that thing was off chain. I mean, it was off the chain, baby, that thing was off chain, and offered some feedback, and it was like, I know. But the reality was we didn't know, because that thing was off the zane, baby. And I don't say to judge, my class been there, but I've been there before. But the teachers that have the most success, they're open to feedback. And I think sometimes when it comes to feedback, that we can often not be receptive for many reasons. It's like, oh well, what does this mean about me if I had to take feedback and stuff like that. So this is being coachable and open to feedback, y'all. It's really about having a growth mindset. That's what this all about. It's growth mindset, Carol Dweck mindset, all that stuff. Because we know what comes with this. We talk about this every week. It comes with it. Mistakes are inevitable, baby. Them things coming. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So I got a couple things I wrote down here. The first thing that I said before, you're not gonna know everything. So just, it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. You just, and being willing to learn. So you're not gonna know everything. You gotta be willing to learn. Talk about that. And this is the thing too, rookie. This is a thing to consider, is that most other teachers want to support you too. So as teachers, we share, we steal, we do all that. So it's like, it's plenty of people, I promise, that want to help you and see you succeed. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so let's talk about feedback. Let's talk a little about it. So the first thing you want to know about feedback is it allows you to level up. Every one of us, I tell people all the time, I say, listen, I don't know how people operate in this world without a good therapist. I really don't. Um, because Lord knows I got some blind spots, or a coach or somebody, not even, let me not say a therapist, because I think that sounds very close-minded and narrow. But if having somebody in your life to point out your blind spots, Lord knows, because I tell people in my speeches all the time, listen, I go in therapy and I'm about to go in. I'm like, it's them. And she's like, oh no, beloved, that's you. That's you. But that's why I love having a coach. I tell people all the time, I pay people to hold me accountable and call me out. That's what a coach, therapist, that's what they do for me. But it allows you to level up. Every one of us has blind spots. You ever had when you trying to get you trying to get your hair right and you can't see the back? Like, Lord knows, I don't know. I saw on a video one time, I said the back of my hair. I said, oh, I might start sponging that thing a little bit better, because we can't see it. So we have to put a mirror up so we can see the back side of our hair from the front mirror, because we only see ourselves from the front. That's what feedback can do for you. With it allows you to level up. Because if I don't know that I have this flaw, then or even like an area that maybe I could get better at. Like, I remember one time, I tell you guys all the time, I didn't know that kids could be quiet. I really didn't. I didn't know the kids could be quiet. Well, my mentor, Miss Holmes, came in my classroom and she said, you know that whole row back of students, they ain't studying nothing you talking about. I know that. I really didn't. Listen, I know. But she helped me and she pointed the blind spot. I didn't recognize that. I didn't see it. I thought that I was teaching like my hair on fire. I thought the kids were receptive and they would listen to me. That back row wouldn't listen to me. And she told me. She said, no, you can't do it like that. We got to adjust this thing. So it allows you to level up. But if I would have been like, oh no, girl, I don't need your feedback. What you talking about? Then I would have stayed stuck in that back row of kids. I probably wouldn't have been able to reach them. I never would have got to 80% proficiency as a classroom teacher if I would have been open to feedback. So it allows you to level up. And I made the adjustment, but I was open to that. All right. The next one is feedback. It does not mean that something is wrong with you. Okay. um I know that in my own personal growth journey that a lot of things, like, I can hear feedback, and sometimes what keeps me from accepting that is shame. But we know shame and growth cannot coexist because what can happen is we assign meaning to it. We can say, well, dang, they coming in here and they telling me about my class. It must mean something is wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just a new teacher. You have your challenges. I was talking to a new teacher recently and she was just like, I just feel like maybe I'm in the wrong profession. Like, why, like, oh, why is this, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm just having such a hard time. Maybe it's something with me. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it may be something to work on, but it doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. So we got to shift that. It's not you as a person, it's the behavior that needs to change. And all of these is just growth. And that's just with all of us. We all got something. Everybody. You, me, your cousin, you might be better at organization. But my issue might be something completely different. My issue might, well, let me back up. Mine might be organization, but yours might be classroom management. That's cool. Everybody got something. Like, and even just in a broader sense, just us as people, we got things, we got stuff. That's okay. That's all right. The next one is be a learner. Now we know that L's, losses are what make great teachers. I promise you, I don't become the teacher I am. I don't become the person I am without the mistakes that I have made in my life. Or even the things or even moments in my life where I was like, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. When I was in 7th grade, when I got cut, when I was in 8th grade, when I got cut, I thought it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. It wasn't the worst thing that ever happened to me. You know what it gave me? It gave me a tenacity and a toughness like no other. Because I'm certain that there were people who were better than me. I know that they had way more talent, but you know what they wouldn't do? They wouldn't outwork me. Because my heart was so, like, it was so big, you know what I mean? Because I knew what it was like. I was not the most talented person. I knew I had to work hard and I was undersized. So it gave me this mentality of, yeah, I'm about to go in here and I'm about to get it. Like, I'm about to take some. But because I don't know if I had that mentality, if I had always been one of the best players in the city. I don't think so. So be a learner. Be a learner. The results are not going to come tomorrow. It takes time. It's a process. It's a process, but you just got to be willing to be all in. Be willing to, I know the district that I came from, me and Akeisha talk about this all the time. Listen, if one thing that Memphis Shelby County Schools gonna do, you gonna get some PD. You gonna get some PD. They offer so many opportunities to grow as a professional, and we want and take advantage of that stuff. Go look at other teachers. Like I told you, I didn't even know the kids could be quiet when I talked until I saw Judy Holmes teach. I didn't know. So just be willing to soak in and learn as much as you can. Read books. I know for me, like I read books, I listen to podcasts, I watch other people. Like I learned so much a few weeks ago at that TABC conference because I mean it was just I was just soaking up so much knowledge, listening to other people, watching speakers speak and say, oh, I like the way he used that. I like the way that picture was there. Oh, I liked the concreteness of the strategies that the people present. I said, "Ooh, okay, how can I level myself up?" But that was just because I was willing to be a learner. Just be willing to learn. You don't have to know everything. The results are not going to come tomorrow, but if you have a mindset of I'm just learning, I'm a student, then that's going to take you a long way. All right. Let's get into the next one. The next one is this is the fourth one. Coachability saves you time, money, and energy, y'all. Listen, coachability saves you time. Um, so when I was starting my business, I probably pondered on it for probably like 2 or 3 years about, oh, I want to be a speaker. I want to, I just pondered on it. I got me a coach. Listen, we got right to it. My business was launched within a month. We monitored the time. Who are you? Da, da, da. And that thing was launched. We was within 3 months. That thing we launched our mental fitness. Here we go. Right. It sometimes it takes you longer if it's just you and you alone. That is the beauty of being open. If I was and this is the thing. Well, let me back up a little bit. Let me back up. Let me go back one step because there's one more point I want to add about being a learner. I was even willing to learn from the not so great teachers. Like I was willing to learn from everybody in school. One time, this teacher wasn't the best, but gave me some feedback. I took that joint. I said, okay, let me go try this in my class. And listen, it didn't work for me, but I had to get out there and do it and be a learner for me to figure out if it would work. So just try different things. Listen, just learn some, try it out, see what works for you, what doesn't. But just be a learner. I forgot to add that point there. The next one, as I said, coachability saves you time. It saves you time. Sometimes it takes you longer when you try to do it alone, as I said before. So if you can, because this is the thing about coaching, that you have someone to hold you accountable to doing the thing. But also if you're closed off and you're not receptive to what someone is saying, or even someone like helping you or giving you feedback, you're gonna keep struggling with that thing because you're gonna keep doing more of what you're already doing. If I was just, when Miss Reed, Miss Dixon, and Miss Home were saying, hey, why don't you try this, we're gonna teach like this, and I was like, no, I don't need y'all to teach me how to do nothing because I already got this. Listen, I don't become the teacher that I become. I don't, because I would have been like, oh, I got this figured out, but I ain't had it figured out. I told y'all I screamed my whole first year, and I had a 7 period class. It was off chain. It got better because I was willing to be coachable. I didn't feel like I knew it all. And I think it's okay for you not to know it all. You brand new to this thing, y'all. You got to be coachable. We got to be open to the feedback. It's okay. But be receptive to what it is. Be receptive to what others are saying. So, sometimes it takes time. It takes time. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let me go back. Yes. Sometimes it takes time, but it's longer if you try to do it by yourself. It is. So, let's just recap in terms of feedback. Number one, feedback allows you to level up. Sometimes we have blind spots, we're not aware of them, and that's what someone, a coach, is going to help you figure out what the blind spot is. The next thing is feedback doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just means a behavior we want to grow into, not you as a person. The next one is be a learner. Learn from the great teachers, learn from the not so great teachers, but just be a learner, be a student. Go to the PD, get you a coach, get you a mentor, ask for feedback. Listen, Just be a learner. Get you a book, whatever it is, articles to help you grow as a professional. And if you need any more incentive, you know that Harry Wong says that teachers who are reflective and invest in themselves and make 35% more money, and they move up exponentially quicker, because you know what, they're growing their skill set. So just be a learner. And the next one is coachability saves you time, money, and energy, y'all. Listen, you don't have to struggle alone. A coach is going to get you. A coach's job is to disrupt the pattern. That is what their job is. If you have a pattern, their job is to disrupt that thing and move you into doing something else. That's what their role is for you, and to hold you accountable to your greatness. So you get there a lot quicker with the coach. And the last thing I'm going to close out with, as we think about feedback, I want to tell you this. So, um, when I was in, what was it, seventh grade, I used to shoot with two hands. I'm talking about, like, this was my follow through, y'all. Like, this your follow through, and you know it's supposed to be like Monica on Love and Basketball. Well, I get to seventh grade, and I tried it for AU team, and he was like, you shoot with two hands. I didn't know I shot with two hands. I just know it used to go in sometimes. And that summer, I started shooting with one hand, and I had taught myself to shoot with one hand. Well, I get to ninth grade. Coach Larry says, "You realize your elbow out?" So he taught me how to shoot with my elbow in. And my mid-range jumper was wet, y'all. I get to college and they were like, "Yeah, mid-range jumper wet, but we need you to shoot three." So that summer I went in the gym and I made 300 shots and was one of the top 3-point shooters on team that year. Well, how did I get there? How did I go from a seventh grader who shot with two hands to a 3-point shooter that was one of the top shooters on that team, the top 3-point shooters they second year of college? How'd that happen? I was open to feedback. Because if that coach told me in seventh grade, I was like, "Yeah, whatever, man. I ain't trying to listen to what you talking about. Like, I got this. My shot go in. That thing was inconsistent, but it goes in. I didn't want to hear him. Then I wouldn't be here. If I wasn't willing to listen to every person on that step that was like, okay, I see it's on one hand, but it's got your elbow got to be in. Okay, now that your elbow in, okay, now I need you to shoot further out. You gotta work on that 3-point shot. So, but you don't get there without being open. The same is true in your classroom. If you want to grow from the challenges that you are in, if you want to get better at whatever it is that you're doing as a new teacher, be open and coachable. Coachability takes you a long way. It takes you I promise you, just be open and receptive. It means nothing is wrong with you. We all need feedback. It's the breakfast of champions. It is how we grow. I love feedback. I love feedback because it's the best way you go. Every time that we have a session at work, I'm like, okay, well, what could have been better? This. You saw this. What do you think? What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, we constantly asking each other for feedback because we want to grow, we want to get better, and we want to be our best. And that's what feedback does for you. It helps you level up, y'all. And we all know because we taking on that rookie state of mind. So thank y'all so much for tuning in as you go out this week. Keep that rookie state of mind with what's that fits. Remember, the level up is in the losses. Problems are a privilege. And yes, you might be new to this, but I know you're true to this because you're in this moment right now, and I believe in each one of you. So get out there this week and do those rookie reset push-ups. I believe in each one of you. And we